Hello, everyone, to Dracula Night, historical vampire night.
Yes.
And I have a very scary treat. I'm on the road, so I'm actually at Patrick's house. So it's a triple host night, two in person. Plane tickets and fires are a little hard to get to Uncle Pete right now. So
Yeah.
he doesn't want visitors. He set all of California on fire to keep us out because we don't touch his comic books.
Yeah. Like I was telling you earlier. So work last night and the boss of the comic book store called, "Hey, get out of there. There's a fire 3 blocks away." So luckily the comics are good. Nobody was hurt.
That's what's important. That's what's important. Now let's see here. I'm going to get this queued up, but tell them what tonight's theme is and how many questions we have, Uncle Pete.
Well, tonight, because we're doing themes once a month, which is a lot of fun, we're doing historical vampires, which we get 15 questions. All the theme nights are going to be 15 questions, a little extra fun for you guys. Had to make it a little more difficult this week because Shelby and I were just talking last week. You guys, someone went with Andy got a perfect 10. Yeah, I kind of don't like that. Kind of hurts. So, yeah, if you get a perfect 15, I'll be impressed.
Yeah, we got cracked down on the difficulty here. Can't just be tossing around this mic so you can talk, Patrick. I'll let you talk.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell them about the movies tonight? We have movies as well after this, right?
We sure do. Yep. 2 movies actually. The Seventh Hunt and the other one is let's see. The Seventh Hunt and Masterpieces.
Ooh, masterpieces.
Yep. One's a gothic horror thriller and the other is a psycho slasher film.
We do like our psycho slashers.
Yep.
I'm still upset about Cage and Terra Firma a while back. So
Terra Firma. You liked that one, didn't you?
it was pretty good. I enjoyed it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, vampire. Hopefully these questions don't suck, but no.
We're gonna get complaints.
Yep.
So this Spanish language version of the Lugosi classic Dracula in 1931 started this actor as Dracula. So what was the star of the Spanish language Dracula? Is it Vince Cardenas, Lon Chaney, Carlos Viegas, or Bela Lugosi? Italian horror.
Yeah.
We need to have another Giallo night on here.
No Giallo nights.
Yeah.
That's only Sundays interested in those.
I will co-host any Giallo night you want there, Patrick.
You and Sunday can have all the Giallo nights you want.
Argento, Fulci.
You can take all that.
Sergio
Throw in the trash. Italian horror.
All for Giallo night.
Yeah, Sunday's locked in. It's fine. You'll have it. You have your own little party, and I will gladly not participate.
We will.
And
it was Carlos Viegas. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that. I apologize if I offended you. It was Carlos.
Carlos. The scariest vampire. Carlos. Is that the count? No, it's just Carlos. Carlos sucks.
But they just called him, instead of Dracula, Carlos. Like,
it's like, look, I will. There are like 4 of us that are anti-Giallo, and we will get together and we will form a rebellion against cinema.
Well, this family is known as vampire hunters across many franchises. The Vanderbilts, the Van Lifters, or the Van Lifers, the Van Helsings, or the Belmonts. One of these families is known for hunting vampires across many franchises. Vanderbilts, the Van Lifers, the Van Helsings, or the Belmonts.
My money's on the Van Lifers.
Sunday, I got you
on the move. I hate doing this on just the laptop screen. because I have like 2 monitors of all this
Yeah.
stuff open. I'm having like open. I'm trying to get to my trivia questions that I have like. Did I break trivia?
Jason made a quick appearance.
Okay, yeah, I broke trivia. Okay, the question's back though, right?
Yeah. We will say, who was that?
I'm trying to open up my live set of questions so I know what's coming next because of the delay. So
Does not show it on the OBS thing?
not
Gotcha.
fast enough. Not what you
popping up. You may have broke trivia.
did. I break it?
Yeah, because the answer's not popping up. It still says computing.
All right. Sorry, guys. So I can't have nice things.
So we won't say the answer yet. Oh, we're at the next.
Yeah, we will not say the answer yet. Let me see if I pause the game. And
So,
then I
speaking of
resume the game.
vampires, who has seen Nosferatu and did you like it?
Yeah,
But do
we
not
got
spoil
some
it.
Nosferatu viewers.
I guess there's not really much to really spoil.
Oh, okay. We can proceed with the next one. So,
Okay.
known as the first Dracula film, but it was not licensed. And this may be a trick question. So answer carefully.
Mm-hmm.
As in, it did exist and it has been proven to have existed, but it is no longer viewable. It is lost media. So if you answered Nosferatu, you were wrong.
That was a Shelby question.
Hey, I got it off Wikipedia.
Hashtag Angel Shelby.
It existed. There's actually one that's allegedly earlier than this, but there's no proof of it ever existing.
No one got it.
It's Dracula's Death. It was a Hungarian film that came out a year before Nosferatu.
I think it was also a silent film.
It was also a silent film, but it no longer exists. Like, you can't watch it. Nobody kept a copy of it.
How much longer it came out when in comparison to Nosferatu?
Like a year or two before Nosferatu. It's allegedly there was one in Russia called Dracula, but there's no proof it ever existed. So they don't think it's real, even though it's listed above it. This one existed. It was a thing. So
this was also a thing. How was the Spanish language Dracula filmed in relation to the English version? It was shot entirely on location in Spain. It was filmed years later as a remake. It was filmed simultaneously with using the same sets, or was it filmed as a silent movie with added dubbing? How was that Spanish language Dracula?
Don't show me the answers to the questions like we didn't type these. Patrick's over here like making a hand gesture on the table like this.
I mean,
you're not playing. If you want to play, you go over there and you answer the questions.
Filmed as a remake, shot same time, same sets, or originally a silent movie with added dubbing.
All of these sound like great ideas. I think you should do all these things when making a movie. It is funny how many sets get reused, though.
When I was writing some of these questions, I had to make sure to put the right Spanish one because we had Carlos earlier. So I was like, I don't want to give nothing away. But yes, it was filmed at the same time as Bela Lugosi's Dracula, same sets, same everything.
I thought you were going to say that they were actually real vampires. They used real vampires for the movies because that would have been really cool.
Well, it looks like I got the other ones that got spread across the board.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone, all the answers got picked. But yeah, it's actually pretty good. It's an interesting watch to see just the differences because the way he portrays Dracula a little differently, but it's really interesting.
It's kind of cool they did it that way too. It's not just a dub. This actor has never played a vampire. Is it Willem Dafoe? Is it Peter Cushing? Is it Jack Palance? Is it Anthony Hopkins? Would anybody like a toasted cheese sandwich? Actually, that sounds amazing right now. But we're not allowed to have cheese at Patrick's house.
What's the difference between a toasted cheese sandwich and a grilled cheese?
Toasted cheese sandwich is just lightly toasted. The cheese isn't melting.
One slice.
And it's just
cheese on top.
It's just,
Yeah, a toasted cheese sandwich. Yeah, a toasted cheese sandwich is still somewhat cold.
Yeah,
Mm.
it's like not gooey.
Yeah, it's a cold piece of cheese between two pieces of toast.
It's like if you put toast in the
God.
toaster and then put a slice of like a Kraft single on it, that would be closer to a toasted cheese sandwich than a grilled cheese. So
I think everyone got the same one. Yep.
Mm.
Sir Anthony Hopkins.
kind
Never
of
played
surprising,
again.
honestly. I feel like he could play a good vampire.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe now, but I guess now too.
Well, go ahead and just bury him. Why don't you, huh? Wow. We got anything negative to say about Patrick Stewart while we're bashing
Dude,
living legends?
It's funny. You bring up Patrick Stewart, so I think of I did that to William Shatner. I was I was doing a live show. I'm like, yeah, William Shatner when he died.
May he
He's
rest
not
in
dead.
peace.
It's like, oh,
May he rest in peace.
sorry.
I've seen him on his Jazzy. It's a miraculous. It's the best thing ever to see at a convention.
Okay,
Everybody's gonna
but
hate
in
you
this
for
Hammer
this.
film, Dracula returns and is fought by Van Helsing's descendant.
Hmm.
New Age of Dracula, Dracula Prince of Darkness, Dracula Lives, Dracula AD 1972. Hammer film, Dracula returns, but he's fought by Van Helsing descendant. New Age Dracula, Dracula
Oh
Prince
man,
of
I
Darkness,
butchered Dracula spelling in that. Jeez Louise. How
Dracula
did I do that?
Lives, or
Dr.
Dracula
Cowla.
AD.
It's Dr. Cowla, Prince of Darkness. There's
And-
another one of our fake movies.
If you are a YouTube member or a patron on our Patreon, this was the answer that we gave away
It was.
leading up to tonight's trivia.
It was.
You can join each week. You get a new answer for that week's trivia and a lot more awesome stuff coming the next couple of weeks. So,
And you know what they call them? Hammer films, right? Because they make you want to hit yourself in a hammer for watching them.
hey, Hammer films are good.
I'm just trying to rile up the audience because the Giallo stuff gets them all riled up too. It's Dracula AD 1972. What a title.
What's the Transylvania 6500?
Transylvania
With
65.
Jeff
Transylvania 65000.
65,000.
It's a dumb movie that I love.
I know.
Oh, there's another dumb movie coming up, but these questions are in order.
Oh, I love that movie.
Oh,
I love that movie. That's nostalgia right there.
I don't know if I've seen this one. And it's what is the title of the 2000 horror film in which Dracula is revealed to have originally been Judas Iscariot, the scumbag who betrayed your boy Jesus?
that checks. That checks.
Is it Van Helsing? Is it Dracula Untold? Is it Dracula 2000? Or is it Dark Prince, the true story of Dracula, a real autobiography?
In stereo.
In stereo, 3D, Technicolor, filmed on Kodak Panavision.
I'll tell you what. After None for You, we're making number 4.
I think they're Dr. Kala, Prince of Darkness. It's just a really cheap Dracula's knockoff.
Dark Prince, the true story of Dracula.
So this one should be pretty easy to guess because we gave away a major detail in the question. It's Dracula 2000. Like Jason X, like they had to say this was Dracula 2000. This is a brand new spin on Dracula.
Wasn't this Wes Craven Presents Dracula 2000? Isn't that what it was?
It's very possible.
Yeah, but out of those 4 movies, which one would you go see first? You would go see Dark Prince.
The true story of Dracula.
I see Van Helsing. Van Helsing's underrated.
That's a real movie. We're talking
With
about
Hugh
made-up
Jackman.
movies.
Yeah, just 4 movie titles. You're choosing Dark Prince.
Oh,
yeah,
I hope
yeah.
everybody doesn't have plans Thursday night because our live reading of Fright Night, the screenplay or the stage play,
Yep.
the play for stage written from the screen.
There you go. That's it.
This character that portrays the classic role of Dracula is known by this name in Nosferatu. Nosferatu, Count Orlok, Count Dracula, or Count Byers. The character that portrays the classic role in Dracula, I should say, is known by this name in Nosferatu. Nosferatu, Count Orlok, Count Dracula, or Count Byers. I don't know why I said all that stuff with different accents.
A dead and loving it question in tonight, and I did not.
didn't?
I did not.
Should have. That's a great film.
I didn't know if it would count as historical vampires, but it is clearly a
Dracula
knockoff of
is
Dracula.
a historical feat.
Yeah.
But I think it's historical because if
it's
you
made to be a spoof for the original Bram
Yeah.
Stoker. It's supposed to be a spoof for the 1931 Dracula. So
I would say it's in the pantheon of character people who play in the character.
It's one of the last few good spoof films before Scary Movie came out.
it is.
Yeah.
It is. It counts. It's a count. Count Orlok.
Count Orlok. No respect for Count Byers. Just
I think Count Byers is pretty cool. I think Count Byers would definitely kill some of you in your sleep for being disrespectful to him.
Yes, no respect.
So I saw earlier some folks watched Dracula 2000 in theaters. I do remember seeing posters for Dracula 2000. We were not allowed to watch. We were not allowed to watch Dracula 2000. So we were allowed to watch Signs like 2 years later though, so that was pretty cool.
I saw this one in theaters.
Oh geez, Abraham Lincoln, vampire hunter. What's the motivation to hunt those vampires? They stole the stovepipe hat. He has to stop vampires from enslaving humans. It's revenge for his mother's death, or is he protecting the Union? Too soon. What I wouldn't give for Abraham Lincoln, vampire hunter, right now. Oh no! Don't be hating on Dracula Dead and loving it.
Who's that? Oh.
Not me, thanks.
Such a hater. We're gonna be watching that on Discord at some point. That's one of our Discord movies.
We need to plan one soon.
Who's we, comrade?
The gang.
It's revenge. It's always revenge, right? It's revenge for his mother's death from milk thistle poisoning.
No, I didn't get anybody with stealing his stovepipe hat.
I mean, honestly, it's rage-inducing, but you could have probably just bought a new hat. Those were pretty common back then. Not now, not so much, right? So
I don't think I've ever seen that movie full through.
The book was way better. Is it a book or I think it was like a graphic novel, right?
Book, and then it was a movie from the book.
Yep. Which vampire imagines the famed composer Ludwig van Beethoven as an immortal vampire? Sound of Blood, The Eternal, Immortal Beloved, Beethoven's Blood Symphony. Which vampire film imagines the famed composer Ludwig van Beethoven as the immortal vampire? Sound of Blood, The Eternal, Immortal Beloved, or Beethoven's Blood Symphony?
Well, King, you didn't have to buy a car back then, so you could have afforded to buy such a stylish hat that you'd wear for the rest of your life.
Remember those composer films we used to watch in music class in elementary school?
Amadeus.
Well, no, but it was like a box. It was like each different composer and their like story. You remember those?
Yeah, it was probably like.
But it'd be cool. I would love to.
It was probably
Beethoven's
Mozart,
Blood
and it was
Symphony
probably.
is an amazing title. That's one to add to the. Let's make something out of it. Beethoven's Blood Symphony.
Walkable cities.
Yeah.
Well, here's your walkable city. We all know that honestly the best immortal Beethoven story is from Interstellar 5555, the animation of Daft Punk's seminal album Discovery, where an evil magician has been kidnapping aliens across the galaxy and forcing them to perform music to earn platinum records so that he can become immortal himself. Greatest story told in 40 minutes.
And the Sound of Blood and Beethoven's Blood Symphony were totally made up names.
Yeah, but those are going to the list. We're making those. And here's another one that's going to get me yelled at. The oldest existing unlicensed film portrayal of Dracula is Vampire from Brooklyn, The Devil's Castle, Nosferatu, or Dracula. This is the oldest existing unlicensed film, as opposed to the oldest unlicensed version of Dracula. Okay? Don't overthink it. It might be right in front of you.
Surely it's Vampire from Brooklyn. Come on.
Technically Brooklyn existed before cinema, so it could have been Vampire from Brooklyn. It's not that bad of a guess. I mean, it wouldn't be Vampire from Queens though. That's
No,
too much.
that's absurd.
That's too much. That's Spider-Man's domain. We can't be having vampires in Brooklyn in Queens. People, it was Nosferatu. The original Nosferatu. We just went over this. I'm getting the basketball bennies out tonight. The Devil's Castle. The Devil's Castle.
So Andy won last week. Who won the first week?
Sunday was our first winner of 2025. Andy won last week with a perfect score.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't remember the Sunday even showing up. So it must be nice to just win and just decide to check out for a week. Don't know what that feels like. I have to work every week. So it's whatever. It's cool.
What actor plays the interviewer in Interview with the Vampire? Tom Atkins, Christian Slater, Brad Pitt, or Antonio Banderas?
I know who I wish it was.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my god. Present day.
I'm someone's mother. Well, that's not an excuse. It's time to indoctrinate the child with crappy horror movies. He's old enough to breathe. He's old enough to watch crappy horror movies. That's the rule. That's how we were raised by USA Network.
I'll tell you a movie I want to see is the one with Tom Atkins playing an interview in front of vampire.
Please give me Tom Atkins in any Anne Rice movies, please.
Just
swap out Brad Pitt for Tom Atkins, and I'm hooked. Body double.
You could, yeah.
I saw
it was Christian Slater. He was the
unfortunately
interviewer, not the interviewee.
Y'all get out of horny gel, okay? Boba Fett over there that got Brad Pitt on the brain. Old Ted Turner. That was, he did give us Monster Vision at least.
TNT.
And Captain Planet. It was a better time in the 90s.
Yeah, it was.
They got that complete series at Walmart. I've been eyeing for a couple weeks now. Don't need it. Absolutely don't need it.
No, we don't need it, but I probably still get it. How many times implying that he's done it more than once? So please, all these answers are more than one. How many times has Christopher Lee played Dr. Kula? Dr. Kaula? Is it 9 times, 8 times, 6 times, or 10 times?
Dr. Kula.
Maybe AI will get better, and we can just replace Tom Atkins in these movies and make these hypothetical scenarios like we just replaced all of Brad Pitt's scenes in Interview with a Vampire with Tom Atkins. That would be AI that is worth it.
Hey, Cat, resubmit your answer just in case that doesn't count it.
Yeah, you might want to do it again. Cat, do it.
Maybe it's far too late.
I don't know. Apparently, the trivia, they've gotten better at reading the answers, is what they said in their last update. Okay. So,
it was 10 times.
It got Cat's. It got Cat's answer. Okay, cool.
He's played Dracula on commercials and some other stuff like that. So it was like 7 movies, but he did portray.
He did say how many times. Said how many times. So that was an Uncle Pete question, but he is legally correct. It's legally correct. Josh, don't go after Uncle Pete. Break your legs.
But it was how many times?
Look, Captain Planet would make mad money.
Oh, dude, forget about it.
Off of some shady backdoor deals with the Saudis, 100%.
Which famous music? Oh, just me or you?
Oh, you're the evens.
Yeah. Okay. Which famous musician performed a title song? Fright Night. Stevie Nicks, Napalm Death, Jay Giles Band, or Alice Cooper?
One of these things is not like the other.
Who performed the theme song to 1985's Fright Night? Stevie Nicks, Napalm Death, Jay Giles Band, or Alice Cooper?
And it rips, according to Sunday. Yes, Sunday. All these artists rip. Yeah. I'm surprised that Alan Parsons Project didn't do it, honestly. This dog is back.
Come on, Napalm Death.
You were gone for so long. Oh, you're like stoned now, aren't you? This dog is so high.
It was the Jay
Ooh,
Giles band.
Jay Giles band.
Now, see, what you're all going to do is you're going to go, as soon as the trivia's over, you're going to go start that movie and be like, holy crap.
That rips.
I wish it was Stevie Nicks. That'd be a banger. Of a
Stevie
song,
Nicks
too.
probably would have kicked his butt.
I mean, all four of those, it would have killed Alice Cooper or Napalm Death. I mean,
Why not all four of them together? New super band.
New super.
big super band.
Savage Garden 2. How many times has Dr. Calla been portrayed in film? Is it 300 times, 200 times, 100 times, or just once? How many times has Dr. Calla been portrayed in film?
Pay attention to the question.
Pay attention to the question.
It's
The answer
Dracula.
may surprise you.
How many times was he been played?
Not just played, portrayed. You know what it feels like to wear another man's skin? Just feel the audience, just not projecting at all. Oh, is this live? Shit.
Nope.
Okay, good. My lawyer says I really shouldn't say things like that. I mean, of course, who doesn't have an extra skin suit? I mean, that'd be stupid not to have one of those.
Yeah.
You spill stuff on them.
200 plus. Obviously, that number's ever growing, and I'm sure one day we'll be at 300.
We will be. We aren't there yet. We're probably closer to 300 than we are 200 at this point, though.
Dracula never gets played.
That is a lot. That has to be one of the most portrayed.
I think
without it being like a generic, like Dracula, the vampire, not just vampire movies, Dracula, the character being portrayed. So, like, we're not talking zombie movies. You're not talking just all vampire movies. Oh, Joseph, another repeat winner from last year, coming in hot with first victory in 2025.
One of the top seeds from last year. One of the top seeds from last year. Yeah. So way to go,
he
Joe.
Was. So, and it was a clean win. He won it outright. Congratulations.
Joe is a contender for the Tournament of Champions. You got to watch out for Joe. He knows his stuff.
Joe is in the Tournament of Champions for 2024, and with this win in 2025, he's well on his way to an appearance in the next year's game as well. So, very nice. Good showing, and nobody got
Jason
a perfect score.
Jay showing well right there, right about the 12. Shan Sunday time with 11. Not too bad.
Not too bad. I see a couple of new names in here. Hilda, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, the Morbid.
Summer, I haven't seen you in a while. Welcome back. Eddie, Heather, P-Nerps always showing up. Pete, Boba Fett falling for the Brad Pitt thirst trap, but strong showing. Very nice, very nice. Well, I hope you all are ready for those movies. I think we're lining it right up here.
Pretty close. About 10 minutes.
10 minutes, so you got time to grab a shot or 12, get some popcorn, buckle up for a couple of free movies. Think about the mistakes you made tonight. Trivia.
This is fun with the trivia leading into the movies.
It's fun. It gives you all something to look forward to because I know you're not here for
warm up for the evening. So.
And then we get to just, make sure that nobody says rude things in the comments all night. Sunday, looking at you. So from that point on, you all enjoy your Friday evening. And we have movies tomorrow as well, right?
Yep.
Oh, my gosh. I don't know how we do it. Movies, Friday and Saturday.
Tomorrow is going to be a triple feature.
Triple feature. Oh, that means 3, Uncle Pete. Did you know that? That's crazy. Triple. I've heard of triple burgers, but not triple features.
It's of the Malice trilogy: Malice Origin, Malice Metamorphosis, and Malice Emergence. They're horror fantasy films. So
Malice. What distribution company is that?
Don't know. Leo Mark, maybe.
Leo Markman. I've never heard of the Malice trilogy. I wish I could finish trilogy. I can barely finish trivia some weeks, folks. Yeah. So, thanks
everybody for coming out. I appreciate we're getting more people watching. I appreciate it.
Appreciate it. And
Tell your friends.
if anybody has problems or questions, I will send you Uncle Pete's address. You can take it up with him in person. I'd be happy to facilitate that. But I am
I own my
unavailable.
questions. I
I am
own
actually an AI rendering. I'm not a real person. I do not exist. I am Max Headroom. Do not contact me. And with that, we will throw to the leaderboard, and you all have a little bit of time to get ready for the movies tonight. We
Have a
might
good
see you in
weekend,
the
everybody.
Bye.